Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. A son unleashing his wrathfulness towards his father, while two women face off over a man. It's been weeks since Finn revealed he's Luna's father. Now, he's dealing with the fallout and what to do next. Although Luna is a killer, she's also Finn's meat and blood. He can't turn his reverse on her. Still, Finn's desire to have any relationship with his son wouldn't go over well with Steffi. Steffi doesn't trust Luna and wouldn't forgive her for her crimes. Steffi reminds Finn that she doesn't want Luna anywhere near their family. Will he admire his woman's wishes? Away, Bill is at his manse, which is now empty since Luna moved out. Now that everyone knows Bill was hiding Luna, he has numerous people lining up to tell him off. Next on the list is his son Liam. An angry Liam yells at his father for getting Luna released from captivity and putting further people in peril. Bill will defend his conduct and claim Luna merited an alternate chance. Still, Liam wouldn't be so open-inclined like his father. Speaking of Luna, she put on the charm with Will. Luna offered Will a musketeers with benefits deal, commodity Electra wouldn't be happy about. After seeing Luna cozying up to Will, Electra confronts the former con. She warns Luna to stay down from her and Will. To make sure she gets the communication across, Electra pushes Luna before leaving. Still, Electra might lament that move now that she's on Luna's bad side. Will and Electra were having a discussion at Il Giardino when Deacon joined them. He was angry at Bill for hiding Luna and pardoning her, feeling it was each too important. Will apologized to his father, and Deacon invited them to sit at a table, offering to pay for their lunch. He also left to go upstairs. At the table, Will and Electra began flirting. Will expressed his desire to skip the food and go nearly private, but Electra dithered, reminding him that they were trying to take effects slow. Will, still, wanted to be exclusive and closer to her, indeed confessing that he loved her. Just as he was about to continue, Electra entered a textbook from Ivy, causing her to rush back to the office. Meanwhile, Sheila was overjoyed to spend time with Luna, especially hearing Luna call her grandma. Sheila hadn't told Cleric about Luna yet but was looking for an apartment for her. As their discussion shifted to Luna's solicitations, Sheila was intruded by Deacon's return. Sheila snappily hid Luna before Deacon entered. Once Luna had escaped, Sheila revealed the verity about her relationship with Luna. Cleric was shocked to learn that Luna was Sheila's grandchild, especially given the connection to Poppy and Finn's affair. Cleric was worried and made it clear that he'd not allow Luna in his life. Sheila could have Luna, but not him. He gave her and claimed choose between him or Luna. Latterly, Luna eavesdropped the end of Will and Electra's discussion and saw Electra leave. Smiling to herself, Luna approached Will, acting friendly and kittenish. She claimed she was in her right mind when she killed those men and offered to be there for Will, as his father had been for her. Will remained skeptical but didn't walk down. When Luna confessed she wanted a friend with benefits, Will dithered, intrigued but still refusing her offer. Katie and Donna met at the office to bandy the recent events. The achievement had ended, and Eric, Ridge, and Steffi were back in control of Forrester Creations, which was a welcome turn of events. Still, they weren't pleased to learn that Hope had been fired, and her iconic line had been remitted. Though disappointed, they understood that Hope and Carter's treason had serious consequences. Meanwhile, Hope seethed with wrathfulness at home before defying Brooke about her perceived treason. She was furious that her mama had stood by while the Forresters ousted her from the company. Hope indeed inferred that Brooke was incompletely to condemn for her downfall. In response, Brooke gave Hope a stern lecture, condemning her son for putting her in a delicate position. Brooke had lost Ridge over the achievement, despite her intentions to return the company to its due leadership. This led to a heated argument between the two, with Hope lashing out at Brooke, criminating her of abandoning her formerly again and bringing up old grievances, like Brooke not giving her Deacon's last name. The battle reached its peak when Brooke, at her breaking point, ordered Hope to leave her house. Hope tried to poke her mama, but Katie interposed, precluding the situation from raising further. Hope also broke down, crying and offering sincere justifications while Brooke assured her. Meanwhile, Steffi and Taylor had an important calmer day, celebrating their triumphs. Steffi recaptured her heritage, and Taylor officially had Ridge by her side. The two participated milkshakes and enjoyed a celebratory cotillion, reposing in their moment of success. Ridge set up himself in a delicate situation when Brooke and Taylor contended for his heart in the main office. Brooke made it clear how much she loved him, indeed justifying her decision to take the CEO position as a way to cover their company for his sake. She invited him to move back home, while Taylor stood by and watched. Despite Brooke's sincere plea and references to their history, Ridge wasn't entirely induced. Though he conceded what they had formerly participated, he realized the history was behind them. Rather of choosing Brooke, he eventually chose Taylor. Meanwhile, in another part of the office, Finn intruded Steffi and Daphne Rose as they bandied Daphne Rose's growing magnet to Carter. Daphne Rose had easily developed strong passions for him, though Hope still sounded to have a hold on him. Finn was pleased to see effects settling back to normal, but Daphne Rose soon excused herself to check on someone. That someone turned out to be Carter, who was still reeling from a painful discussion with Hope. At the cabin, Hope and Carter argued about their relationship. Hope was determined to end effects, while Carter desperately tried to move her to give him another chance. He promised to make effects right, but she indicted him of no way truly loving her. She also advised that the Forrester family would ultimately betray him as well, just as she believed they had done to her. Despite Carter's pleas, Hope remained firm. She declared she no longer loved him, claiming he was no longer the man she had fallen for. After he left, she broke down in gashes, flashing back their happier times. Latterly, Carter sat alone in the design room, floundering to reuse what had happened. As he reflected, the voice in his head wasn't Hope's, it was Daphne Rose's. She soon appeared, revealing that she had considered leaving for Paris but now felt she couldn't. She respected Carter and comforted him that he was a good man who had made a mistake but was working to make amends. She embraced him in comfort. Meanwhile, Steffi celebrated recovering control of her family's company but remained cautious of Brooke's continued presence. Brooke contended for another chance at love. She wanted to revitalize their relationship, but Ridge was reluctant, still scarred by the recent achievement drama. Despite his disinclination, Brooke remained determined, averring that their fortune was to be together. She pledged to do whatever it took to win him back, refusing to accept defeat. Meanwhile, in the design room, Steffi streamlined Daphne Rose on the rearmost events. Daphne was pleased to hear that Hope was no longer with the company, and they suspected whether she'd also be out of Carter's life. Taylor latterly joined them and participated their happiness about Hope's departure. Still, she was far less thrilled to hear that Brooke was still in the picture. When she finds out Brooke is alone with Ridge, she assumes Brooke is championing for Hope's job, but in reality, Brooke was fighting for Ridge's heart. Taylor intruded just as Brooke tried to steal a kiss, but that didn't discourage Brooke. She bravely asked Ridge to choose between her and Taylor. Back in the design room, Steffi expressed her gratefulness to Daphne Rose for helping Carter make the right opinions. Daphne, in turn, had a favor to ask. Carter could no way find out the true reason she came to City or why she grew close to him. Steffi suspected that Daphne had real passions for Carter, given how deeply she sounded to watch for him. Meanwhile, in the cabin, Carter faced Hope's fury. She was mealy over his treason and refused to accept his justifications. Carter admitted that he felt sick about stealing the company and betraying his musketeers, but Hope placed all the blame on him, reminding him that he'd created the LLC papers. Carter argued that they had made those choices together, but the discussion shifted when Hope brought up his connection with Daphne Rose. She indicted him of not only ruining her career but also failing to keep another woman at a distance. Having been through this before, Hope declared that their relationship was over for good. Brooke tried to stand up for Hope, but her pleas went unheard. Hope had made up her mind and was done with Forrester Creations. She turned to Carter for support, but he was advised that leaving the company would mean the end of his career there. Carter apologized to Hope and chose to stand by his family, leaving her frustrated. Despite Brooke's attempts to reason with Hope, she stormed out of the office, bidding farewell to both Forrester Creations and Carter. Carter chased after her and set up at her cabin, but Hope was furious. She indicted him of not backing her up and refused to hear to his attempts to make effects right. Carter prayed her to review, but Hope pushed him down with harsh cuts, leaving him determined not to let her go. Back at the office, Brooke brazened Steffi, but Steffi stood her ground, refusing to back down. Brooke also asked to speak with Ridge alone, contending with him to see that she only took the CEO job to reclaim the company for him. She claimed that she hadn't betrayed him, despite his relationship with Taylor, and was willing to move past it each if they could be together again. Ridge sounded unmoved when Brooke leaned in for a kiss. He just stood there like a statue. Away, Zend and Daphne bandied the situation with Carter, with Daphne Rose expressing concern over his future at Forrester Creations. She admitted she had strong passions for Carter, which had indeed kept her from returning to Paris. Meanwhile, Electra and Will bandied Bone Bill's conduct and the future of the Forrester family. Latterly, they met up with Zend and Daphne Rose. Electra bothered about implicit pressure within the company. Daphne Rose's focus remained on Carter. She hoped he'd end his relationship with his gal, ignorant that Carter's passions for Hope ran much deeper than she realized.